Buckeye fans, welcome into another episode of the Buckeye Breakdown Podcast. It's a bye-week episode, and we're wrapping up the end of the Week 4 bye week for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Their work week's coming to a close. Our work week is coming to a close. Thanks for jumping in and hanging out with us here on the Buckeyes Roundtable YouTube channel. As a reminder, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to our news site. A lot of fun content coming your way. So, Anthony Moeglin, joined by my partner, former Buckeye, Kevin Woidke. And Kevin, as we work our way through the bye week, guys are probably out of town, right? Out of town already. Thursday is really the last day of work, and then everyone kind of heads out of town. Is that kind of the schedule?
Yeah. They'll usually leave after their class on Friday if they have one, but not many people do classes on Friday because that's usually the travel day. They try to avoid it.
Students and players are like that. It isn't just the players thing. Students try to avoid those Friday classes possibly can. So the team kind of putting an end to their work week here, and it's been a pretty successful start to the season. This first quarter that we talk about went pretty smoothly for Ohio State. And we'll get into a lot of the details there. But the news of the day for Ohio State, I guess the news of the week, is Will Howard, right? Former Buckeyes quarterback Will Howard went on one of the podcasts from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The name's slipping my mind right now, but it's Cam Hayward's podcast, a teammate of his at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he dropped a mini bombshell. Basically said that hours before he committed to actually go to Notre Dame, the Irish told him that they were choosing to sign Riley Leonard instead of Will Howard. It was pretty under the wraps what he said. He didn't really tell anybody. Some of the teammates knew, but pretty much it was him. Everyone inside Ohio State knew, and that was like really that knew that he had chose to actually go to Notre Dame, but literally hours before he was making his final decision, the Irish decided to go with Riley Leonard. Kevin, that is the sliding doors moment that is crazy, because if he goes to Notre Dame, like so many different things happen as a result of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like being a Browns fan, I've seen it way too often. Like people, when I was at the Notre Dame game, I went to the Notre Dame Ohio State game in Notre Dame, and I thought like they had the ball back 3 minutes, it's over, they're up 6 points. The guy behind me goes, "We're going to lose this game." Like, that's such a Browns mentality, which it just seems like they are the Browns of college football. Mm-hmm. They're much better where they aren't a walking disaster. However, it seems like their heartache is similar, where this happens a lot. Like, I mean, you look back on the Browns over the last 15 years. There have been more sliding doors than a door factory. I mean, it looked like Monsters, Inc. I mean, that's just what it was. It's everything. So I'm so happy it fell our way. I mean, there's multiple things over the course of college football that seem to keep following the Buckeyes way, and I hope that keeps happening forever. It's a great feeling.
Just think about it, because he let's say he gets, decides to go to Notre Dame, and they accept him, whatever. What does that mean for Ohio State, right? Does Devin Brown become the quarterback? Is Devin Brown still the quarterback today? Does Riley Leonard come to Ohio State? Do they go get somebody else? Does Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Egbuka have good seasons because is Devin Brown the quarterback? Like, so many things. Does Notre Dame win the national championship because Will Howard's their quarterback? Like, dude, the difference that makes in just that one decision. Does Will Howard get drafted to go to the NFL? Because before he went to Ohio State, guess what? Will Howard wasn't getting drafted, right? He wasn't an NFL quarterback. And then he has that crazy year. Like, there's so many of those things that would have been different, but Notre Dame decides to go with Riley Leonard and basically changes the course of literally history for forever.
Yeah, I mean, that it's crazy because I remember Will Howard talking about this a little bit during his during leading up to the game. He's like, it was down to Ohio State and Notre Dame were my two schools I was looking at seriously for my last year of football. And it just, I mean, I'm glad Notre Dame was dumb enough to pick Riley Leonard. And I'm not saying Riley Leonard won it good. I don't know if – here's the thing. With Notre Dame's team, I don't know if they get as far without Riley Leonard running that football because he had a tough time throwing, but they weren't making a lot of catches either. So I think that both sides got the best possible outcome. It's just Ohio State's was exponentially better.
Yeah, so a couple points better than Notre Dame. It's pretty cool that that was the case. Both teams ended up facing each other in the national championship, and obviously the Buckeyes came out on top. The podcast is called Not Just Football with Cam Hayward. So obviously Cam Hayward, you forget he's been in the NFL for forever, but graduated from Ohio State. I believe it was in 2010. I'm saying 2010. Is that right? I feel like it was 2007 to 2010 were Cam Hayward's years, because he's 14 years in the league. So my math is checking out there. But really cool. Will tells a really good story. I wrote a piece over on Buckeyes Roundtable that links to the clip. So go check it out and go listen to it. It's fun for all Buckeye fans to get that listen. So Kevin, now back to these current Buckeyes, because we're just doing some scrolling on whatever day it was, but we finally get two of our guys entering the Heisman conversation, and it's very funny to look at the top 10, if you will, of the Heisman leaderboard, and 9 of them are quarterbacks, and 1 of them is a wide receiver. You could probably guess who that wide receiver is, but according to one of the betting services, Julian Sayin and Jeremiah Smith now have Now their odds to win the Heisman Trophy are now in the top 10 of all of college football. And it feels like, hey, if Julian can continue on this path, he's going to have a legit chance at it. If Jeremiah pops off here over the next couple games, he might become a front runner to win that award.
I mean, the newest ones, I just looked it up. Jeremiah has the 3rd best odds, tied with Gunnar Stockton in Georgia, and then Julian has tied for 3rd. 6th best odds, ties with Joey Aguilar at Tennessee, Devin Dampier at Utah. I got these guys on our team. Butchered all these words, but that's it's incredible. I mean, I'm surprised that it wasn't like this to start the year. Like, I don't even know. Is Arch still even on this list?
No way, Arch is on. No.
Drew Aller jumped on the list. Drew Aller, Tommy Castellanos. I mean, but Carson Beck and John Mateer are the 2 leading horses right now, and you don't know how bad I want Miami to lose this week. It's crazy.
Who do they? Miami has.
As
you look that up, it is cool to see Julian get onto that list, because he is obviously started the year as an unknown. Like, everyone knew the potential, knew the hype, but was unsure of what the production was going to be. And obviously through 3 games, it's been up there. He's one of the most accurate passers in the entire country, and throwing to the guys he's thrown to has become some big plays. So he jumps on that list. Kevin, did you find?
Yes, Miami's playing Florida.
Oh, baby. Dude, okay.
Miami's playing Florida, and that is at 7:30. Also, the Big Ten matchup at 7:30 is Illinois-Indiana. That'll be a good one.
Dude. Why is that not a big noon? Why is that not the big noon kickoff, dude?
Because the big noon kickoff is Texas Tech, Utah, which will be the only good Big 12 matchup of the year.
Right.
And then the 3:30, I'm assuming CBS, Auburn, Oklahoma, and then but also at 3:30 on I don't know is Nebraska takes the Teal North travels to Lincoln to play.
Oh, that's a good one. That one's going to be interesting.
Interesting to see. That place is loud. I talk about a loud stadium. Lincoln, Nebraska gets loud, and if they're in this from the jump and they score a quick touchdown, look out, because Underwood has never been in a position like that before, and it'll be interesting to see it. Similar to Arch coming to Columbus. Like, has never played in that type of atmosphere.
That's going to be an awesome football game. That's a good plate, dude. Do you know what's hilarious though? We dog on Big Noon kickoff for all the reasons, but they go and they're doing a West Coast game at noon, right? I mean, you're going to do a Utah versus Texas Tech, I assume. Wait, I'm trying to find. Let's see. Yeah, at Utah. So 2 hours behind the Eastern. That's a 10 a.m. kick in Utah. It's 10 a.m. kick is what? What is that? That's horrible.
Oh, that's Fox being dumb. That's what that is. But to each their own.
Yeah, but Kevin's in midseason form. We got Kevin to the bye week, and we got a Doors reference. We got Monsters Inc. We got Fox being dumb. I absolutely love it. Yeah, the slate this weekend is sick, and all of the the relevant Heisman Trophy guys outside of our guys are starting to get into real competition. Like everyone's starting to play real teams, and you're going to be able to see actually who they are and what they're going to bring to the table. So it's going to be a ton of fun there, and that slate. That slate's going to be sweet. The slate this weekend is going to be awesome. And we'll have some impact here going forward, especially with some of those Big Ten games kicking off. So, all right, Kev, we are going to finish our show tonight, a quick show tonight, but we're going to take a look into internal to Ohio State. There's going to be a piece up later, probably tomorrow morning, where I'm going to talk about my pick for the most valuable new Buckeye coming in to this season, because that really was a storyline that I don't know if it got the proper run, because Ohio State not only was replacing 15 starters from last year's team, but they're replacing 2 coordinators, countless coaches, and there's so many new faces that were going to be not only a part of this team, but like an impactful part of this team. And I wanted to take this time after the first quarter of the season. They're at the bye week. Who so far, Kevin, through 3 weeks of football has been your most valuable addition to Ohio State?
Most valuable addition to the starters, in my opinion, has been Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese has been fantastic. He is a crazy good athlete. He reminds me of Darren Lee in terms of the athleticism and speed and nose for the football and willingness to make contact. I'm very impressed from what I've seen so far. He can trigger on the ball when he needs to. He can cover. He's not afraid to fill a hole. That's my addition, but if we're going by like person who's new to the limelight, new to making plays, and he's going to be out there at the critical times, it's got to be Arvell Reese.
Yeah, it's a really good pick. I really like that pick. It's so fun to watch him and Sonny Styles run around. I mean, there's a picture. I forget the exact name of the player who lost his black stripe this week, but the picture of the linebackers was just rolling on my Twitter, and just so funny to look at those two because they are spitting images of each other. Like they're the same height. They look exactly the same. They're equally athletic and so much fun and an absolute terror to try to attack and try to go offense against. I really like that pick. For me, the most valuable addition for me is Matt Patricia. I think that, his job in replacing Jim Knowles, I think, is one that, for me personally, I didn't love the hire because I don't know about you, but I was like, my mind went immediately to his bad Detroit teams. And I was like, oh God, we're getting an NFL guy who wasn't the best in the NFL. He had a couple really good years, but those were like a decade ago when they were winning those Super Bowls and he had Tom Brady and all that stuff. I was like, oh no, I don't love this. He wasn't a great NFL coach. He's never coached in college, and he's come here and done nothing but create a weapon of a defense and something that, Kevin, I think, a sneaky big part of his defenses are that college quarterbacks don't know what they're seeing. Some college coaches don't even know what they're seeing from him because it's all NFL stuff, and he's got the dudes to do it on the Ohio State defense. Yeah,
I mean that's what it is a lot of these coaches aren't used to NFL level defenses and NFL level coaching. It's the same thing as when Brian Kelly came back to not Brian Kelly, Bill O'Brien came back at Alabama. They're running NFL style offense. You're like, what's going on? It's like he brought the NFL back. He coached the NFL for the last 10 years and then joined a team that has NFL caliber players that can perform those plays. Yeah. So I'm loving watching it. People were skeptical of him coming in. I was optimistic the whole time. I was like, I think he's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm just hoping he can keep doing it for the rest of the year and just keep throwing stuff at these quarterbacks, coaches, the mascots, whoever, the band director. It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's 4 tonight. Let's go.
Throw everything and everybody and confuse them the entire time. You're a rocket scientist for a reason.
That's true. People do forget that he's just a general. In general, he's a genius. Like he is actually a rocket scientist that chose to give his life to football, which lucky for us that he gave his life to football. It also just goes to show like what he's doing you can only do that with a certain type of player, right? And he's got Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, who are basically him on the field, who are smart enough, athletic enough to do these things. And it's funny. You watch on Sundays, you watch on Thursday Night Football, like you see crazy stuff from the defense. You're like, oh, maybe we'll see that on Sunday, because it's a copycat league, and these coaches, especially in the NFL realm, they'll watch the tape and like, oh, if that, I'm putting it in my playbook, and they do that. They do that often. So, and for me, he's been the best addition to the most valuable addition to the Buckeyes here. So, Kev, a quick show tonight, but we have the weekend off. No Ohio State football. I got my Carroll gear on. The boys 1-1 on the season. Need to get back in the win column. What are you going to be doing on Saturday? You going apple picking? You crossing some things off the list? Are we even in apple picking season yet? Where are we at? What are we doing?
I don't think we're out picking season yet. We'll see when that comes up.
That's bye week number 2. Hey, that's our second bye week. Is prime, dude.
I don't know where I'm going to be for that. I'm going to be in Chicago. Who knows? That'll be. I mean, this weekend, not a whole lot going on. A lot of football to consume with very low stress. I think Ignatius plays Riverside Painesville. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Should we check the line or no?
Oh, Jesus. No, but what we should check is Roundtable Buckeyes. Hit that.
Get over there
and jump in. I don't think I'll be very active this weekend, but going forward it'll be more fun. I got a wedding this weekend, and
the wedding guy. You are the wedding guy. You lead the league in weddings.
I got to start saying no to some of these things.
Well, see, it's the price you got to pay for being a great friend. So everybody at home, Kevin's a great friend. So that's invite him to your wedding. He will come. He gets you the best gift. No, it's going to be a fun weekend. Just because the Bucks are off doesn't mean we are off over on Roundtable. So Kevin said, go subscribe, go listen to him, or he'll come knock on your door, because ton of content coming up this weekend over on the site. So make sure you're checked in there. Make sure you're locked in here on the YouTube page, and we'll be back with a ton more content. Like I said, over at Roundtable, over here on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So everybody, enjoy the bye week. Enjoy the week off of Buckeyes football. Have fun watching a stress-free week of college football, knowing that going into week number 5, the Buckeyes will be the number 1 team in the country, regardless of anything. Should be a lot of fun. Make sure you're checked in. We'll hang out with you again soon here on Buckeyes Roundtable YouTube channel.